What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mark's Stock Review. Hope you're all doing well today so far. Today's video is going to be on FuelCell Energy. I'm going to be talking about what they do, how exactly they're situated in the hydrogen space. I'm going to talk about why the share price is up, some pros and cons, and a final take. I'll keep my video brief and to the point to respect your time. That said, let's get right into it. Very quickly, full disclosure, at the time of this recording, I do not own FuelCell Energy. However, I do own Plug Power, also in the hydrogen space, however, a very different business model. Back to FuelCell Energy, they design, manufacture, sell, install, operate, and service fuel cell products. Inside the power plants, which are fueled by natural gas or biogas, fuel energy is converted directly to power for electricity, heating, and cooling. So each cell has an anode, cathode, and an electrolyte, and through a reaction, produce water, electricity, and heat, with the emissions being mostly water and air. FuelCell Energy is a global company. They have operations in 3 continents, and it's very important to note that they are not in the electric vehicle space. From my point of view, 4 main reasons why FuelCell has skyrocketed recently. I'm going to go over them briefly, one by one. Reason number 1 starts way back on October 8th when JP Morgan upgraded FuelCell. Reason being strengthened balance sheet and returning to profitability by 2022 by converting project backlog into recurring revenue. Reason number 2, they received $8 million from the U.S. Department of Energy. It's to be used for their solid oxide electrolysis technology and demonstrates continued government support for this company. Reason number 3 is speculation of generous government policies in 2021. There's rumors that John Kerry might be selected as the quote-unquote climate czar and that the USA might be rejoining the Paris Agreement, both of which should be tailwinds for FuelCell. Reason number 4, hydrogen strength and momentum. We now even have big oil companies like Royal Dutch Shell and BP ramping up their hydrogen investments. And furthermore, hydrogen now supplies less than 5% of the world's energy, but per Bloomberg NEF, it could reach nearly a quarter of the global energy consumption by 2050, representing a $2.5 trillion of direct revenue. Okay, so going over the pros, for those of you thinking about adding to your position or initiating a position, they have good fundamentals and they're projected to be profitable by 2022. And number 2, FuelCell is in a very popular segment with increasing hydrogen demand around the world. They also have help from the government. Pro number 3, they have $1.3 million in backlogs, and some analysts think that the total addressable market for FuelCell is $170 billion. And pro number 4, according to Costa from JP Morgan, there's near-term catalysts including quote-unquote major products with Toyota and Exxon. And because I like to try to keep my stock reviews fair, I added some cons as well. The first one being the share price of FuelCell has continued to climb without additional news specific to the company. And number 2, most price targets are well below the current share price. From my point of view, this is common. Price targets often lag from analysts, but in this case, the difference is really significant, so I did want to mention it. My final take is that FuelCell Energy has a lot of potential and a good long-term investment, but not quite as exciting as some of the other hydrogen companies that are in the EV space. And for me, this is the type of company you add shares during times of weakness and hold long-term. And lastly, I would just be careful initiating an all-in position at the current share price as it may have gotten ahead of itself a little bit. Personally, I would like to see the share price close well below over $5 for the rest of this year. And that does it for this video on FuelCell Energy, a very interesting company that is attracting new investors. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you think of this company in the comment section below, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.